to find
You
better
can't
light.
really see anything.
Yeah, I know. I have to find better light. I mean, now probably the NA Cup starts, but afterwards I try to solve it. You can see that.
I can tell you guys what it is since you can't see it. It's a calendar basically with days, month, and also the days of the week, so Monday to Sunday. In this grid, and you have different puzzle pieces which are kind of Tetris shaped. It's how I would describe it best. So different. You sound proud, Susan. Well, I'm always proud about the things I make. And yeah, basically what you need to do is fill up the canvas. And there are always 3 spots you can leave open, and those are the ones of the current day. So the current, well, today it would be Sunday the 16th and of January. So you need to leave these 3 open. And it's different each day. Really fun to do. And here that's what Marius, along with the safe plushie, got for Christmas from me and my boyfriend Fabian last year.
Last year, that sounds so like it's super long ago.
Yeah, it was like a few weeks ago that he got it.
Interesting map in the NA Cup. It's not often you can go through the risky fin and the normal fin both at the same time, like almost.
I actually don't remember the finish. After my first try. Like my second try looks exactly like the first. I have no idea where to go. Only remember this one. Oh god, what is this transition in the start?
So yeah, casting was fun, but not having a ghost on made it a little difficult.
Yeah, that's true. We could also only see Marius. So we couldn't really focus on any tight battles and stuff like that.
And with HUD usually off, so we can't see the difference.
Yeah, often I actually do a cast on in the United knockout, at least. Did I really not have that? The whole knockout?
No.
Oh. Ah, well.
At least not the rounds we watched. I mean, you did skip a bit of the beginning.
I think I had cast on then afterwards in the bonus knockout.
Maybe. No, Perpetuum Mobile, at least I'm not gonna play this. Honestly, it's just frustrating to play Trackmania on my laptop. I almost never want to. What about you, Voyager? Are you gonna play the NA Cup?
I think I'm actually gonna head off. It's getting a bit late. But it was a really nice casting and chatting.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we've ever talked to each other before.
Nah. That could be.
I think I was also never with Voyager alone in a voice chat.
You were not alone, I was there.
Yeah.
Always the first time.
Or in that case, good night, Voyager.
Yeah, good luck in the cup, and perhaps we'll see you sometime later.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And the thing about commentating is, I cannot really do it in real time. Like, I always will have the stream delay. So I will say stuff and then it has already happened.
I need to have less street delay than the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, tricky map. Lines are not completely clear.
Exactly, I would just predict what is going to happen. This is probably like almost every dirt map where like in all of these turns you really just want to keep the gear and not gear up or gear down, I guess.
Yeah. The jumps so far, like the transitions are also super important here. Yeah, I wanna go early to the left, keep my gear in the right. Keep a lot of speed there. Keep the grip here and here. And now comes an interesting corner. I think you actually have to go full outside, 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 so that you enter this also outside, 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 and crash on the outside. Oh, big gear down. Nice.
Yeah, I think that is a thing that, at least for me, always a bit hard. Like you want a really nice line and go really like on the edge and also keep your gear, but then it's just so easy to bonk. But yeah.
Keep my gear so far in that corner.
Yeah, or you didn't bonk there, that was good. And I do have to say I really like the color scheme of this map. Like these earthy brown orange tones really nicely go with all the like green and the trees. It looks really nice. Also the mountains in the background really makes all the scenery come together nicely. Well done, to the person who built this. Confi_.
Oh wait, that's why I'm behind him. It's his map.
Yeah, or I guess he would know his own map. I said brown, not Mario's. Of course, you can also see Mario's on the stream. Green, but if you're not watching the stream, if you're playing this map, there actually is not Mario's, like, on the map. I mean, he's driving it right now, but of course, Mario's color scheme also goes really nicely with this map. You know, like his red chair and t-shirt and safe plushie.
Yeah.
And the orange go nicely together, and then...
You know what symbol I have on the t-shirt?
Probably is Trackmania related, but I can't see it.
It's a engine killer.
Nice.
And the last days I often was wearing a t-shirt with a slow-mo. Actually surprising that, like the slow-mo sign, this play button. Actually surprising that this was not in the merch from Ryulu.
True. Well, I mean, I guess back then, before the whole scandal, he didn't want people to know about this. So that's why he didn't make the merch. But if he ever were to come back and like apologize and stuff, and then maybe in a few years we can all just joke about this whole situation, then he could make this merch and it would work really well. But yeah, continuing on with the color scheme, we have the red, which goes along nicely with the brown and the orange from the map. And then the background is also, for the most part, pretty neutral, also in earthy and white tones.
Boah, overtime 42.7, I just see. Oof. I had still a heavy gear down at the end. Like,
Well,
huge gear.
at least you're now ahead of Confi, and yes, we were talking about Ryodu. And I do have to say that your nice teal so far also goes along with the map. It kind of clashes with the green a bit, because the green is... Yay, Confi, we were just talking about you.
Yeah, nice author time.
Yeah. Confi, I really like the color scheme of your map. The teal of your sofa kind of clashes with the green of your of the map, because it's such a warm green with a lot of yellow undertones. And teal is obviously, I mean, it also has green tones in it, but it's mostly still blue, so that's why it clashes a bit. But I think, they're always only having really harmonic color schemes is also boring. Like, I like the contrast and the conflict between the teal and the warm green.
It's interesting, Naiko got the 4th local record, and then he uses the command in my chat to see what is happening. I have a question with colors, Susi. Wonder that.
Yeah.
There is this color circle.
Yeah.
And the color brown actually just doesn't exist on it. Because I think that red and green are basically on the opposite sides, basically. I think if you are on one side and you want to know the inverted color from the color red, for example, you want to see the inverted, then you just go to the other side of the circle, I believe. And red and green are just not beside each other, so there is just no brown existing on that. Like, why is that on the color?
Yeah, that is true. The way you mix brown is actually by mixing basically all the colors together. A nice thing about color theory is, like, in theory, if you were to mix all the colors, you would get black. Because the way pigments work is that they cancel out different lights. There are 3 different types of lights: blue, red, and green. Those are the primary colors of the light, and also how screens works and TV works, stuff like that. And if you add all of these colors up together, it's white, but if they're all absent, it's black. And the way pigments works is they each cancel out a different light color. So with yellow, for example, yellow cancels out the green light. So only the red light and the green light remain, and if they mix, it gets yellow, and that's why yellow looks like yellow. And pigments are not fully clean, like they can't be. So that is the reason why if you mix all the colors together, you don't actually get black, but brown. And if you want to get different shades of brown, you have to adjust, like, your different primary colors you add together. So you can take more cyan than magenta and yellow, for example, and you will get a different brown as if the brown is mainly magenta. But the reason it gets so brownish is because basically all the different colors get cancelled out, and there's just what's left. Yeah, I'm sorry. He was like, if you guys get confused, I'm really sorry. I don't want to get too deep into color theory right now. Like, I could talk about it for hours. Like, I literally wrote my paper it's called Facharbeit. Basically, when you finish school here, you at one point have to write like a paper about like a certain topic, and I literally chose colors as my topic, so I am quite deep into the subject. I hope you understand, Marius. Or understood. The reason why it is not on the color circle, like, in theory you could infinitely continue the color circle. Like, you have the ring outside of it, but there are also versions where there are like inner rings where you further mix colors together. And if you would continue with more inner rings until you have like one circle left in the middle, that circle would be brown.
Okay.
Or, well, I guess it, like in theory black, but because pigments are not clean, it will be brown. Good night, Perptonium Mobile. Thanks for staying here.
Coloring.
With casting drive and coloring. Yes. Let me grab a coloring book
And
that
puzzling.
I may have.
Like I will do a riddle, a puzzle afterwards.
You're interested in films, so I need to understand certain color filters and how they affect the motion and mood of the shot. Is that why I am brown? I don't understand. But kind of, yeah. Like, there have always been people that are trying to get pigments like as clean as possible, and that's also the reason why there are things and colors called as or paint called like the darkest black and stuff like that, and the pinkest pink. Because you're trying to purify it more and more and more. But it's kind of a bit impossible. Like, we have like the darkest shade of black we can produce, and it is pretty dark. I mean, if it's a black paint that absorbs all light, then it's matte and really dark. But like in the universe, you could probably still find a black that's darker, just because pigments aren't clean. Also, if you look at black clothes, like, I have a lot of black clothes in my closet, and there are different shades of black. That's just how it is. Some of them are more bluish, some of them are more greenish. Sometimes you can't even tell in what direction the black goes. You just know that it's somehow different from other black clothes you have.
I literally have no idea what happened there. I was easily winning the round and I just lost a whole second. In the exit of this dirt right-hander, did I clip? Or what?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I was too focused on
Like
thinking about colors.
I also didn't see me clipping, but I don't know if you can actually get a clip in that transition from the dirt into the black. But I lost all my speed, all the whole run I lost. It was now the easiest first place with my start.
I'm really disappointed to not see Huan right now.
Yeah, exactly the one time he's not telling me about the cup, I actually remember myself.
I mean, I would have also been here to tell you and to remind you.
Oh my god. Oh nice, Belingo lost a lot of time. Wait, Xuriel is leading. Oh god, not nice.
Oh.
Didn't even realize this Xuriel is already in the lead. Where's the corner that I wanted to look at? Here? Yeah. Here, this transition. Can you clip? Yes or no? I think I did clip and it actually make now a huge difference in the competition. Because also Xuriel gained the first place in that round. That's the main issue.
I have no idea how to pronounce your name, but I will call you Quaxo because I think that kind of sounds like quack, like a duck sound a duck would make, and that's cute. So you will have to deal with that. Quaxo, I think I agree. It's probably hard to find like the blackest black in nature. I think I have no idea about stuff like this, but maybe like inside of a black hole where there's literally absolutely nothing, that might be the blackest black. But the other thing is also, you don't actually need the blackest black. Because really, when it comes to colors, it's all about contrast. Like, we perceive colors differently depending on whatever is around them. Like, if you... It's the strongest contrast, but if you put a black next to a white, the black will appear even darker to you. Just because the contrast is that high.
Finally I won a round. Like, I was so unlucky in all these other rounds. Like,
I didn't see it yet, but yay! Yeah, now I also see that you won the round.
I just got a point 17 and then I was only third.
Great job.
Which was such a good time, but only third. And before, when it was easy to win, I had these bad gears. Yeah.
Does the lightning affect the color? Yes, actually it does. If colors are not well lit, they always seem a bit cooler than they actually are. That's also a reason why when you're painting and you're drawing shadows, you try, you can, it's a technique, you don't have to do it, you can try to make the color a bit more bluish, not just darker, but especially more blue toned, to make it look, nicer, I guess. And another thing about painting is that you always want to be to have the things in the foreground nice, warm, and bright, while things in the background can have less contrast and are also a bit cooler and not as warm colors. It gives your picture more depth for your painting. One thing that always bothers me about color theory is when people come to me and tell me that the three primary colors are blue, red, and yellow. It just bothers me so much. Like, yes, they are all technically primary colors, but blue and red alongside with green are the primary colors of the light, basically. And yellow, cyan, and magenta are the primary colors of like pigments and paint and stuff. And like what bothers me then even more is if people don't believe me that those are not the primary colors. Like, look in your printer. Inside your printer, there will literally be cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And actually that, what I just talked about, is actually the reason why you even need black in your printer. because you can't really mix a true black with just the primary colors. And there's also another reason. It's to change the value of your color, to make it more, basically, more dull and more bright. Exactly, it's adaptive and subtractive
that's
color
good.
mix.
Because I needed 1 first and 1 third place to finish it off with 480, and I got a first place. Like 2 second places wouldn't have been enough. I needed 1 first. Now a third place would be enough to win. No.
Isn't there the colors YMCK? Exactly, that's what's in your printer. The C is for cyan, the M is for magenta, the Y is for yellow, and the K stands for black. That's literally it. And another question is, why is black good at absorbing light? And I kind of explained it before a bit, but I can go a bit deeper into that again. Pigments, the stuff that like paint colors are made of, will absorb different lights. And technically, if you mix all the primary colors together, you will get black, because they all absorb different kind of lights. Like yellow absorbs blue light and a blue light, so there's only red and green left. But then you have magenta, which absorbs green light, and then you have cyan. No, the other way around.
Exactly ended on 480. It worked out perfectly.
Well done. The cyan cancels out black, red light, and then magenta cancels out green light. So if you all mix all of these 3 colors together, that adds up to basically that all the 3 light colors get cancelled, and if there's no light left, then it's black. That is what black is. It's the absence of light, basically. So by mixing colors to absorb every single possible light color, there's just nothing left. And that's why black is black and why it absorbs light. Bye, Marius.